Okay, so here is our first real episode 1 of the D&D stream. I am your Dungeon Master, Vampire Logan, and with me is Wazubi playing Barash the Bruiser. And we would normally have our second player, Jesse, playing Paulian, but he is unavailable today and next week. So we're going to just move on without him. I'm going to throw in an NPC to help out, but yeah, we're going to get started. I'm just going to do a little wrap up. Oh, I actually got someone in the chat. I'm going to say hello there. Anyway, so we're doing the first episode of this Thoridan campaign, Chapter 1. My plan is to do multiple sessions and chapters and stories in a full D&D living world where I can have multiple adventures affecting each other and affecting the world. So we're just starting that off today. The story we did at episode 0 previously, and I may share that later, but for now I'm just going to tell you what happened. So basically our two adventurers, Barash, the Dragonborn Barbarian, and Paulian, the human warlock, had met in a... you'd met before, right, Brian? Did you guys meet before? Oh, are you on? You still there? Is this working? Oh, you've moved somehow. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I somehow you got moved off to the other voice channel. So anyway, I was just saying you two had met before. What was your backstory?
My backstory is...
As to how you guys met.
Oh, we both ended up sort of bounty hunting the same person.
Right.
Oh.
And yeah, to give you you can go ahead and give a little your character's backstory as well.
My character's backstory is come from...
Oh, Sonaria, it's called, by the way. I just recently named that. That's the land
okay.
of the barbarian land to the north.
Fair enough. Okay, so I am from Naria.
Sonaria.
Sorry, Sonaria?
Sonaria, yeah.
Sonaria. All right. So I was born into the clan Mistrin, which is a gold dragon, dragonborn clan. I was the smallest of 6 eggs, and our clan was the very focused on athletic ability and always being the best at one thing or another. And of course, being the smallest, it was often hard for me to keep up with my larger brothers. So eventually, I decided that I was still very athletic and still very worthy of my clan's praise. So I decided to head out and head to the human lands where they're not that big. And I am stronger and more athletic than they are for the most part. So of course, it helps with my ego. And yeah, so out to prove a name for myself. Ended up mingling with a clan of barbarians called the Bronze Bears. They were having issues with some other bearskin clan from the north. So I found out that there was a scout from the bearskin clan that had been in our area. Apparently, some of them had attacked and killed some of the people of the clan that I belong to. So I went hunting for this scout back to the imperial city of Tilric and tracked him to a tavern in the scummier part of town, where I bumped into Paulian, who was also checking the guy out, and we decided to interrogate together.
Which then led to a further interrogation in the alley, the more violent type of interrogation.
Yes, which led to, because we didn't want to be put in jail on our very first adventure, which would never happen, it led us to subduing him, taking him to the guards in the better part of town, and turning him over, claiming that he was a spy working with a barbarian and one of the underground gangs here in Tilric to assassinate the emperor, which of course isn't planning to go well for him, so we don't care.
Cool. Yeah, so the after you turned him into the authorities, they took him in and took your report and took your names. And Polian's character is kind of a known person in the town. His family is known. Did you guys? I think he did not use his last name though, right?
That's correct. He doesn't want his,
yeah, he doesn't want people to know about his noble background. And so. But I'm going to say, this didn't happen in the session 0, but I'm going to say that he was recognized by a guardsman there, and his family has had a talking to him about that, and so he is currently busy with that. So he's told you that you can go on ahead without him. He's got to kind of deal with that situation. They're not happy with him, and he's got to like calm them down and do some things for them to fix their family name or whatever it is. So he'll be a little busy for a few days, and then you can meet up again later. All right, so one of the other things, I don't know if we said, so the guy, we had the where did I put that write-up? I think I did a write-up in here. Oh, yeah, you can't see it there. Let me see. Right, so the name of the spy, his name was Dart. The name of the CD bar was, I think I originally called it the Mirthless Hyena, but you guys called it the Humorless Hyena, which I like better anyway, because of the alliteration. So, the Humorless Hyena, and you found out that he worked for, I don't know if you mentioned Bagoda, the chief of the Bearskin tribe, and in the name of his leader, he contacted an orcish criminal underlord named Garak, which at first I had thought was too close to your name, but I noticed yours is Barash, so Garak and Barash is not too similar. So I'll leave that. I was going to change it, but then you guys took his gear and pummeled him, and then basically turned him over to the guards in Midtown. And oh yeah, and you told him that he was involved in a plot to kill or overthrow the Emperor. Yeah. And so yeah, that's where we're starting. So basically, you and Paulian just left each other. You went to, or he went to deal with his family, and you're basically left to your own devices right now. So yeah, I guess we can just start there. And oh yeah, your image is not showing right now, by the way.
Oh. How about now?
There we go. Yeah. So there's his visage. So I don't think are we saying that's kind of what your character looks like then?
Kind of something along that lines.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what half dragon would look like.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Good
far
enough
off.
for now. All right.
For now.
So yeah,
Best I
what do
could
you?
get in 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
I said it's the best I could get in 2 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. We set that up pretty quick actually that first session. So
Yeah.
I didn't bother setting one up for me because I'm just DMing. So
Fair enough.
alrighty. So yeah, you can basically take over from here. So Paulian left, and you're on your own now. So what do you want to do?
It's pretty open-ended at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, the hooks you have right now is basically that orcish criminal underlord, and then finding out where Bagoda is setting up his he kind of wants to do the similar thing to what the Emperor did, which is conquer a bunch of lands, but he's not as, you know, he thinks he's as good as that guy, but he's not really.
He's just a wannabe.
Yeah, he's a wannabe basically. And did you describe him in your background? What he did?
Who?
The bearskin barbarian
No.
tribe leader.
I did.
Okay, go ahead on that.
Unfortunately,
And
I'm usually quite good at taking notes, and
I actually have the notes here, so if you want me to go ahead and do it.
yeah, go ahead. I can't find any of them, which is well for me.
Yeah, you sent me an email, and I had already written up my background. It was pretty much the same. So yeah, okay. So I will so your character was a member of a golden dragonborn tribe, and you already explained why you left. Also, you didn't really like their lawful good lifestyle. Yours was kind of more chaotic good, so didn't really fit in there. And then you joined up at an early age with a human barbarian tribe called the White Wolf tribe. I just named it for you. And
I will change it.
Huh?
White Wolf?
Yeah, I don't.
Originally it was the Bronze Bear, but White Wolf is fine.
Yeah, I thought it would be more fitting with the animal names. And so leaving there and hunting and traveling with them for several years. They were kind of nomadic, so you became like one of the family to them. Until one day, a terrible sneak attack by the rival and relatively evil barbarian tribe, the Bearskin tribe, left many dead and much of their resources taken, such that many did not survive the winter as well. And as one of the strongest and most capable berserkers, Barash was tasked with following them and finding out where they were and what they were planning. And he traveled far south to a great plateau, based on some info from nearby towns, found that there was a spy sent ahead by the Bearskins to investigate the great empire of Archon Grimbrand, a name known to many of the northern tribes, as one of their own had done quite well for himself over the past 50 years or so, forging an empire and all that. So he's now an emperor and lives outside of the capital of the empire, Tilric, where you ended up going. And so they went there to find out information about him and how he kind of did his thing. And then you questioned that guy, and he another thing he said was that he was supposed to be back a little sooner, but he was kind of like living it up a little with the money he had been sent. So that is kind of gave you enough time to kind of catch up to him. And then he was also involved in something with Paulian's backstory, but I didn't really get that from Jesse. So yeah, so now you know about the criminal underlord named Garrick, so you could possibly get in touch with that guy. But be careful there. The criminal underworld of this capital city could be quite extensive. You're not really familiar with it, but it is the largest city in anywhere around here. So
yeah, I'm less comfortable in the city.
Yeah.
So I think my plan of attack until I rejoin with Paulian would be to go and do some investigating outside of the city, on Bagoda's whereabouts and where he's planning on trying to set up base.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got this name. You could probably just go talk to that guy. He's an orc, so you might be being both kind of tough types. He might be someone you could get that information from. The spy hadn't had a chance to go back to his boss, and he didn't know where he was going to meet him, but this underlord might have more of that information.
Well, I guess, yeah, I was thinking that if the spy didn't make it back, then and the spy didn't give us any of that information, then I doubt he gave it to anybody else.
Well, he might have. Yeah, you guys did kind of scare the crap out of him, so, but he might have said more to this guy.
Like, if there was something that he would have told the orc, we think we probably would have known. So as the spy doesn't know where he's going to meet up, and the spy is the one that came and talked to Gerlash to start with, then it sort of stands to reason to me that Gerlash isn't going to know either, because Gerlash is probably worried about what's going on in his area of the gangs.
Yeah, he was trying to contact that guy to get and enlist him as an ally to do whatever they're trying to do. So, but you don't know whether they actually made that deal or not, or if he just was rejected by that guy. You don't really know. But you kind of don't really have anything else to go on. Like, if you just go out into the wilderness and look around, there's a lot of places it could be.
That's true. True. But it's also a big city, and again, not comfortable in the cities. Being a barbarian.
Yeah.
And being, not being able to be barbarian in a city.
Okay, well, maybe, how about this then? I'll throw in the NPC now then.
Sure.
Basically, a kind of strange-looking elf kind of walks up to you after you guys, after you and Paulian leave. He goes, hello. I couldn't help but notice your predicament here, and I'm taking it your friend is more of the knowledgeable of the city type, but he's been taken away.
Perhaps. What sort of predicament do you see me in?
Well, I'm a bit of an outsider here as well, but I do know a little bit about this character you mentioned, and I don't want to. I was not trying to eavesdrop on you or anything. I just happened to be walking by, but you were talking about the Underlord. I'm actually involved in a little bit of espionage about finding and getting rid of these criminal underlords as much as one can in such a large city. But I know of this Garrick, and I have been spying on him for some time.
Hey.
Allow me to introduce myself. He is... Yeah, he's in the... He's in the chat now. His name is Eiley. Yeah, my name is Eiley. And he looks like, you've seen elves before, and they look kind of like they have slightly pointed ears, and they're usually taller and thinner than the humans around. Some are actually shorter as well, but the ones you've seen have been taller. This one is sort of a even taller type, and his ears are extremely long, and he has a wild reddish hair, which you've never seen in an elf before. He's kind of got a wavy, curly hair that's kind of a very large, massive hair. You're surprised that this guy's a spy, because he doesn't seem like he would be very good at... He'd be pretty noticeable.
Yeah. Sorry, and you just said you put him in the chat. Now I don't see that.
Sorry, in the stream, if you're watching the stream, you can see
Oh,
the character. This is for the viewers mostly. You don't really need to worry about that. But there's a little picture of him there. I can bring it over here actually. Let me just pull
okay.
up D&D Beyond.
Wait 2 seconds. I got the tick. It's you.
Just pulling him up here. It's just loading. Oh, I guess I can't. Are you in the? Are you actually in Fantasy Grounds as well? You should
Yes.
probably load that up and.
I'm in it.
How am I gonna show this to
Oh,
you?
you haven't loaded it up yet?
Yeah, I have Fantasy Grounds up. If you can connect to it.
I'm in the Twitch video now.
Okay, you should see the D&D Beyond thing on the right. The little button there. And you can set it to lock so it's always showing. I kind of left some space there for it. Oh, actually, I took that space away. I was going to move it, but anyway, you can, if you slide over the right side of the Twitch view, the D&D Beyond thing should slide out, and then you should be able to click on Eli or Eiley. Are you able to see it in the Twitch? Let's see if I can actually show it in. Oh yeah, I have to bring it in through the. Hey, hold on a sec. I'm gonna bring him into the into Fantasy Grounds. I gotta do that importer. Where did I put that? Oh, there we go. What's his ID? There we go. Oops, nope. Do Unity. Okay, and then in Fantasy Grounds, I should probably import this guy. There we go. Is he in? What's going on? Oh, he's already in the party. Okay. Owned by. How come he can't?
There you go.
Oops. It's combat tracker party. How do I add them to the party? Oh, I gotta open up party over here, that's why. Drag him in. Oh, you owned him.
Sorry?
I gotta take control of this guy. It doesn't bring in his image. Party. Okay, he's in the party now. What's going on? I think you need to. Oh yeah, I see you say hello in the chat there.
Yeah. Long ago.
Yeah, he's in now. Take ownership as GM. There we go. Yeah, okay, he's mine now. And yeah, he doesn't have an image, so I guess I have to pick one for him. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get the images. I can't seem to get the images from D&D Beyond. So when you get into the actual Fantasy Grounds, you have to pick a new one. Oh, those are awful. I gotta go through and get rid of these awful ones. There's a whole ton of these that are not great. This thing is so slow sometimes. Anyway, back to Eileen. I'll just narrate while I get this set up. But anyway, he says, in case you were wondering, he is a Eladrin elf, which is an elf that actually comes from the Feywild and not from this land. That's kind of like another dimension. And he says, yes, we're quite a lot different, but I decided to stay in this land, and this is the first place I came when I came through the portal that I came through. And I met a guy that gave me this job of being a spy, which I thought sounded pretty cool. So I've been doing that since I got here. But to tell you the truth, the actual spying part is kind of boring. So I'd kind of like to do something a little more interesting. And I just hearing you two guys talk about something I know about, figured I could help.
Interesting. You know, just between you and me, with being tall, red hair, and the fact that you tell people you're a spy, not necessarily your best qualities for spying.
I never said I was a good spy. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I could do something else. I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I'm a druid. That's what I really do. I know more about forests and stuff. I'm not really that used to being in a city, but, you know, you can probably identify from what I understand.
I can think of a lot of places I'd rather be than city.
Yeah. So why don't we go talk to this? Why don't we go like check out this guy? Let's like spy on him or something, and then we can see what to do next. Maybe we can get out of here, get on the road or something, right?
All right. That sounds way better to me. So let's go see what this guy has to say, or somebody that he knows has to say.
Okay, the only elf image I have for this guy that even is remotely close is not red haired, so just imagine this guy but with red hair.
That's okay. I saw your red hair picture earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the one he should look like. But yeah, there he is.
A little more.
Got something there. All right, so you guys can head out over to where he knows this guy hangs out, and it's not the humorless hyena. He actually hangs out in a even seedier bar, but with better drinks. Says Eiley, and he says, Eiley says, yeah, I mean, depending on what you like to drink, I prefer wine and kind of sweet drinks, but most of the seedy bars don't usually have that kind of stuff, so this one's got a few things for more discerning tastes. But they also have ale.
Tell me that the orc crime boss drinks a fruity drink, because that would be funny.
Well, he's just an underboss. There are like higher ups further than him who have more refined tastes. Like there's a whole criminal underground going on there. I don't even know the full extent of it, but yeah, there's a lot of people there that he meets with. He's kind of like a low-ranking boss. So what was the case with your guy that you just turned in there? What was his deal?
Oh, he and that underboss and another barbarian from out of town are plotting to overthrow the emperor, or something along that.
Really? Wow, that's
I don't know that the orc guy here is actually planning that. I mean, we would have
that's pretty ambitious. I don't think any of the guys on the in the criminal organization would even think of that. So that's crazy. Even with what little I know around here, that's crazy.
Grand pompous ideas from idiots.
Which guy?
I said it's a grand pompous idea from an idiot is what it is.
Ah, okay. So the guy who that spy works for has got this plan, I guess.
I think if he and the orc are both thinking it, I think they're both maybe a few ingredients short of a good mead.
Yeah. Okay, well let's go over to that. I gotta get a name for this tavern. Hang on. I made a list.
Did you check it twice?
No, I didn't. I made the list and then forgot about it. All right. What happened? Everything is moving so slowly tonight. Of course.
No, I actually had to lock down a few things because Twitch wasn't running if anything else was going.
Yeah. Oh well, first show is always going to be technical difficulties. I even meant to do like an overlay for this, and it's just took too much time, and I'm not an artist, so I don't know, where did I put my list? Yes. My folder structure is a mess too. There we go. D&D. Okay, where is the thing? Should be under games, maps. Or did I do that in the? Maybe I did that in Fantasy Grounds. Better drinks than hyena can offer.
That was
This is one of the chat in our stream is commenting while we go, but yeah, the hyena, the humorless hyena has bad drinks. Who would have thought? Where did I put that? That's one thing I don't like about the fancy grounds. It's really hard to like once you get all these windows open, it's just like having windows with a ton of things open. Come on. And then you click it and then it doesn't appear, so you click it again and then that makes it disappear. Whatever, I'll just make one up. It's the or if you have if you in chat have a good name for a CD bar that criminals hang out at.
we used to call it the Metro.
I just thought of one. It's called the Can't Can.
The Can't Can.
Yeah. Is you know, thieves can't. The Can't Can.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a bunch of one-legged can dancers.
That could be a part of it too. All right. So yeah, you go there, and it is definitely a in the low part of town. It's actually down by the docks. This city is by a very large lake, and so there's a quite an extensive docks there. The Shady Shack bar, I like that one too. All right, we'll keep that one for later.
Like it.
So yeah, we'll go down to the Can't Can. And yes, they do actually have dancers there, and they are not one-legged. So you guys walk in, and it's a pretty rowdy place. It's quite large, and they have a variety of types of people in there. There's humans, elves, dwarves, halflings. There's even some orcs and goblins in there, and it is pretty loud and rowdy, but you'll notice that there are also like in addition to like tables with booths, there's also like tables that are with a door, so there's private rooms, and you see people like making deals in there and stuff. So it is a working bar basically for the criminal underworld. And Eiley comes up and to the bar, and he walks up to the bartender, and the bartender is also an elf, a regular elf, and he says, "Hey, Eli, how's it going?" He goes, "It's Eiley, but yeah." He goes, "Oh yeah, right. So what can I get you?" He says, "I'll have one of those moonberry wines. They sound pretty good today." He goes, all right, here you go. What about your friend there? Don't see too many Dragonborn around here. Especially the shiny kind, if you know what I mean.
Mead'll be fine.
What's that?
Said mead'll be fine.
You don't laugh. All right, so he's asking you what you want.
No.
Oh, you said mead?
Sorry, mead.
Mead? Okay.
Yeah.
He gets you a large mead. And Eiley gets a table over by where the private rooms are. A booth there.
Okay.
He says, all right, so I didn't see him around, and he takes a quick walk around the bar with his drink, and comes back and says, yeah, I didn't see him around here yet. So, yeah, and he also picked a seat that has a good view of the show.
View of the door.
Actually, a view of the show. He's like, yeah, we can watch the show while we wait. I'm sure he'll come over to one of these private rooms. talk to his bosses. And so you sit there for a little while and watch the show, and it's they have basically dancers and singers and of various types that you would find in such a bar, and it's pretty entertaining. But for you, it's kind of like meh. There's no Dragonborn there, so you're getting kind of bored when finally an orc comes in, and he's like most of the people in here are just here to have a good time. You haven't seen any of the kind of people who look more serious yet, but he seems to be one of those. He comes in, he's got a serious look on his face. He's got 2 large tusks coming out of his lower jaw, and he's green-skinned, and he's quite burly character. He's about 6 feet tall, and he has 2 I would say bodyguards, but they're much smaller than him, but they look more kind of like deadly. They seem to be like they're wearing cloaks, and their lower half of their face is covered, and they seem like they're looking around, always looking for trouble. And they seem very capable. Their hand is on their weapons. Walk in, and they everyone gets out of their way as they walk through, and they head straight to one of the private rooms right next to your booth, actually. And Eiley nods to you. And they go in there. And he goes, so do you want to like just talk to him directly? He's kind of he's all right as long as you treat him with respect. I've talked to him before.
So you've been able to basically just walk in and talk to him?
Well, I would like knock, and one of his guards will come to the door, and then we can tell him what we want, and then he'll decide if he wants to talk to us. But I've talked to him before, and he thinks he's kind of he thinks he's pretty important, but he's just like a kind of enforcer type. So, as opposed to the other people he deals with that I haven't talked to, he's kind of low on the food chain as far as that goes. But he likes to, throw around his kind of his power. So as long as you like go with respect towards him, and for that, then he respects strength basically. So if you're strong but you're respectful, then he'll probably talk to you.
Okay. Well, worst thing that can happen is it could not go respectfully at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we could. I know where all the exits are, so we could get out of here fast if we need to.
Fair enough. All right. Now, was there anybody in that room before he came in?
No. He just went in there and sat down. It looks like he's waiting for someone. So it'll probably be a good time right now if he's before he has a meeting.
So we will go and knock on the door.
Okay. And so Eiley says, do you want me to talk or you? Like to get the meeting. He's met me before, so I can.
Yeah, sure. If you've talked to him before, you might as well arrange this, and that's just one less pain.
Yeah, how about I do the introductions and you do the talking, because I get a little bit, nervous around tough types like that. So, and also if you look on the sheet, you can see what his charisma versus yours is.
Yes. Yeah, I did notice that. It's a little higher than mine. Just 1 or 2 points.
Yeah. All right. So he goes over.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Mine is higher than his. Sorry. He's got a lousy charisma.
Yeah, like you've
Still
already
there?
yeah, like you've already guessed, he's not exactly the best spy in the world. He goes and talks to the people he's supposed to spy on.
Got it.
And, you know, he
Got
meets
it.
people in the street and just starts talking to them.
That's okay. He's already met the guy, so hopefully that'll smooth the introductions.
Yeah. Okay, so he goes and knocks on the door, kind of shyly. It seems like he seemed pretty friendly with you, but now he seems to be a little different when he's talking to these guys.
Yeah.
And so he kind of knocks like very lightly, and the guy, one of the dangerous looking guys, comes to the door and he goes, "Yeah," and he goes, just wondering if Garak is available to have a conversation. I got a person that wants to talk to him here. That'd be all right. And the guy goes, "Let me check." And he goes back in and closes the door. And about a minute later, he comes back and says, "Yeah, he's got about 5 minutes right now, so you can talk to him now and have your 5 minutes, and just make sure that your guest is respectful." Okay, and Eiley motions you over there.
Okay.
Okay, and then you guys kind of wander in. Eiley kind of he seems now hunched over a little bit and not as confident as he seemed before. And he goes and sits down. There's basically a table in there, and then the two guards are on either side of the orc, and he's sitting there just drinking an ale. And so Eiley goes over and he says, "Is it okay if I sit down?" And the orc goes, "Yeah, whatever you want. All right. Who's this guy? I remember you. You're Eli, right?" He goes, Eiley." He goes, "Yeah, whatever. So who are you then?"
I'm Barash. I just wanted to have a quick word with you. I'm not going to bother sitting because I'm hoping this doesn't take long. I'm sort of heading north out of here into the barbarian land, and I'm actually trying to find a barbarian leader out there who's planning on some great things named Pagoda. I'm just curious if you have ever heard of him or know where he might be.
I have a bit of information about that guy. But you know, I'm in the business of information trafficking, if you know what I mean. So if you if I give you some of that information, it's kind of worth something, you know what I mean?
I toss. Well, what do I got? I'll toss 5 gold coins on the table. Enough to at least start talking.
Yeah, that's a start. So for that gold, I can tell you that there was a guy in here, a little rat named Dot, and he wanted me to help this guy or something, you know. So that's what 5 gold gets you.
Give him another 5.
Yes, right. So this guy, he's I don't know, some kind of a chieftain, right? From the north, like you said. He's I'll tell you what, I can tell you where he is, but that will cost you 25 gold. More than what you got there.
Okay. But I don't know how much gold I have. That's something we didn't put on here.
I think you start with like 50 gold.
What's that?
I think you start with 50 gold. Let's just assume you have that much, and we'll figure out the gold later.
Okay.
Let's assume you have 50 gold. If you don't, I'll fix it later.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, toss it down. A total of 35.
Right. So I'll tell you, for the 25 gold, I'll tell you what's going on here. So this little shit comes in here, and he's trying to recruit our organization for their pissant little, I don't know, goals in the empire. It's like, we're not gonna give up any of our interests and what we've built up here just for some pissant barbarian coming down from the north, no matter how much he's got up there. So what does this guy think he is, you know? I should have killed him on the spot, you know? So I send him on his way, but the information what he gave me is that his boss or whatever is setting himself up in one of the lands right outside of the plateau, you know, to the north is where he comes from, I guess. And then he's setting up something in the city of what was it called? Let me just check here. Check my notes. That's in the other notes. Where is it? Oh, I didn't write that down. Alright, I'll get that next time. So anyway, he's in the city of what was it? Grolsbat. You know what? I'm just gonna use this name. I'll change it later. But he's in the city of Hillsfall, which is a independent city which the Emperor has he conquered it on his way through the lands when he's back in the conquering days, and they've always kind of hated that they got conquered. So they've been kind of because he shut down a bunch of their slave trading and their arena. They still have an arena, but they can't have slaves working there. So that costs a lot of people a lot of money, and so their city leader, you know, had to give in because they've been conquered. But he was lucky enough to be left in charge, and the Emperor made a deal with him that he could still have arenas, but they had to be voluntary. And as you can imagine, not a lot of people volunteer for that, and also they have to be somewhat non-lethal, you know. So that definitely drove down the numbers from that town. It's a pretty rough and tumble kind of town, and so they, you know, I've always resented being a part of the empire. So anyway, he said that Dart guy. He said that this chief was thinking of joining up with that town and doing some stuff there. So that's your best chance of finding that guy.
Very, very helpful. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for your gold. It's been a pretty profitable afternoon for me. And he grabs the gold and puts it in his pouch, and he orders another beer because he just finished his. So he goes, "All right, that's all the time you got. Clear off now."
All I need. All right, leave.
Okay, you leave. Riley goes, "Oh yeah," and he follows behind you. And then you guys get out of there, and Riley goes, "Oh, that went way better than I thought it was gonna go."
Need to go bad.
Huh?
I don't want to be. The more time I spend here roughing up his people, the more time I have to spend here. Time to get out to where could stretch my legs and arms and axe.
Yeah, well, I'm same here. I can't wait to get out of the city. Actually, I just have to go talk to the kind of guy that had me spying here, and just tell him I'm gonna move along from that
You might
job.
want to just say, I've got business to do. I'll meet up with you because, that probably makes it a lot less for anybody else in the can, that may be listening to you.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll go talk to yeah. Actually, do you want to meet this guy? This is he's like a okay. Well, let's go outside the bar. Okay, and you
Sure.
leave the bar. And you walk like a few blocks, make sure nobody's following you. Make a perception check. So on your sheet.
Yep, I got it. Skills and perception.
Nope. This one. Oh, gotta put him on there. Nope. How do I get him into there?
Oh, was on 17.
I can't do it with him. I'll just take control of him here. He's at least good at perception.
Should be good at perception. I just had a bad roll.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't do it. But, what did you grab to do the? Oh,
the little die next to the total.
Oh, I'm on the skills page, probably on the main page.
No, go on the skills page. Perception is there, and it's got the stat, a miscellaneous,
oh,
and
yeah,
a total.
I see it now.
And there's a little brown die in the total.
Oop.
Just bring that over to the chat window.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, so you got a little bit better roll there. So yeah, he looks around and he doesn't see anybody following him, and neither do you.
Yeah.
So you get to far enough distance away, and then Eiley says, "Yeah, the guy that hired me, he's he says he works for the Emperor." And I was thinking maybe if this is really maybe a threat, that they might pay us to go do this mission.
Well, always like being paid.
Which is like better than just going and doing it for fun, right? He seems his normal self again now.
Depends.
Or as far as you've known him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've seen two faces of him so far, so I don't know what normal is.
You're assuming the one that he's with you is his normal one.
Right? That's his extra spy face.
Yeah.
He so totally can't be a spy. It is a spy face.
Maybe he wasn't a spy. Maybe he just thought he was.
Exactly. Or maybe he is.
Yeah, maybe he's really good at it.
Really good. You can be really good when you look like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's meet this guy and see what he says. It sounds like our goals are sort of aligned. Although,
yeah, and
honestly,
we might be able to
don't know much about.
We might be able to get some pay for this information, actually, if you want to share it with them.
Well, that just might work. I have no problem sharing this information. I just don't like this guy. Pagoda needs to go before his ambitions go anywhere.
All right. Okay, well, we can meet him at the Shady Shack. No, he hangs out at a more a less seedy bar in the Midtown, and
okay.
His bar will be. I I know I made that list somewhere. I'm gonna look again one more time for that list. No, it was in. Yeah, I gotta get this shit organized for next time. I shouldn't have spent so much time on trying to get that stupid UI done. Spend more time on this.
Or the picture.
Yeah, or the picture.
Do the picture.
Yeah. I just had it up. Oh yeah, there it is. Name lists. That's it. What it is. Yeah, I found it. It's just taking forever to come up now. There we go. I got some good ones here. Let's see. Okay, it's called the Juicy Baker Bar.
Juicy Baker.
Yeah. And because they're right next to a bakery, they have really good baked goods, as well as decent selection of drinks. And so you head over there, and sure enough, it's getting towards evening now. So this place is, a lot of people are starting to go into this place. The bakery just next door is just starting to close. And as soon as you get nearby, Eiley goes, oh, I'm going to run over and get something. Hang on. And he runs over to the bakery and just buys basically a baguette and some cheese. He says, I always get it outside at the bakery because usually the stuff in the bar has been in the bar for a while, so I like to get it fresh.
Fresh. Like it.
Okay, and did you want one too? Or he's got a huge baguette, so he offers to split it with you.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, they got good meals in the bar too if you want some. All right, you go in there. You go in there, and there is a there's some very lively music going on. The people in this bar are very seem very happy. They're having a lot of fun. There's like if you've ever gone into like one of those Irish bars, it's kind of like that. So there's people playing instruments, there's people dancing around, there's people ordering drinks and having a great time. And then right away you notice this one guy who just doesn't fit in. He's got like a hooded cloak. He's got like an eye patch. He's got a bit of a stubble that's going a little bit gray in parts. And he's just sitting at a table by himself, watching all the people having fun and looking like he doesn't care, but he also seems like just not a part of it.
Yeah. Doesn't fit in the crowd.
Yeah. And
Says the
and Eiley goes, oh yeah, he's here. That's him.
I'm sorry, Eiley. I've got to ask the question. Are you part of the Stand Out Like Thumb Spy Guild?
Stand out like a sore thumb, you mean?
Yeah, that's it. Sore thumb.
If
I had to pick two not spies in this area that maybe want to be, it'd be the two of you.
Well, he seems like he fits in better in that other crowd, so maybe he didn't need extra people to be spies, but I don't know. He gave me money, so I was cool with it.
It is good.
All right. And you guys order some drinks, maybe? Go up to the bar?
Sure.
Okay, and the bartender is a very large man, a human. He's got he's obviously quite busy because this is a very popular place. And he's very friendly, though. He says, hello there. Welcome to the Juicy Baker Bar. What can I get you?
Ale would be great. A bowl of stew would be fine as well.
Oh, we got a great stew. It just got on the pot. Should be ready in about 2 minutes. But yeah, let's get some of that for you and for you, Eiley. It's like he already knows him. He goes, oh, I'll have the usual. And he's like, oh, you're getting it right from the bakery again, eh? All right, I'll send you over some more stuff and some of the moonberry wine that you like. He goes, all right, we'll be over there with Patch. He laughs. All right, and yeah, you guys go over to the table with this guy.
Okay.
And he sees you, and his one eye raises an eyebrow just slightly, and then goes back down, and he doesn't move much. He takes another drink of his. He's drinking an ale. Yeah, he just nods when Eiley comes up. So Eiley just sits down without any ceremony. And what do you do? Same?
I'll just sit down as well.
Okay.
Let's leave my glasses off so this face recognition actually picks me up.
What was that?
I just noticed that my character on face rig hasn't moved the entire time because I'm wearing glasses.
Oh, right.
Can't tell them that I have a face with them on.
Yeah, I always take mine off for streaming. So okay.
For not being able to see.
Yeah, I can see close but not far, so it works for me. All right, so you guys sit down, and Eiley says, "Okay, Barash, this is Patch is the only name he gave me."
Patch?
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, I'm Patch."
I got that.
He goes, and he waits for you to talk.
Well, this is mostly Eli's show here. Eli said to come talk to you. He said that potentially you were working for the Emperor, and a little bit of information about stuff that you may or may not already know might be helpful.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I work for the Emperor. In sort of the stuff that the guard can't normally take care of, so. But
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Eiley, you were supposed to be spying on
Garlash.
He goes, yeah, I just talked to him, and you see the guy, he's like, you can see he's like sighing but without making a sound. He's just got that little slight exasperation tinge to his mouth that you can sense. And but he doesn't say anything. He just nods. He goes, So what's new? And then Eiley proceeds to tell him basically the gist of your whole conversation, unless you stop him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So he tells him all that, and then Patch says, yeah, those Hillsfire people, always been a thorn in my side. I mean, the Emperor's side. So, yeah, from what it sounds like, this coincides with your mission of your own, he says to you.
Yeah, yeah. I have a bit of a qualm with him and the rest of his tribe. So it just happens that
So
Eiley here happened to,
where are you from?
I'm from one of the southern barbarians,
Northern.
the wolf.
Or are you telling him southern?
Well, southern based on Pagoda's more north than us. Southern from him.
Right.
Northern from the city.
Yeah, all of these are in a land basically called Sonaria, which is not one kind of government. It's more of just a land. And then there's all these tribes there.
Yeah.
And so he gathers...
it would be, I guess, north. From the White Wolf tribe.
Oh, okay. You say White Wolf tribe. He goes,
Yeah.
White Wolf tribe, Interesting.
And
he leans forward now, and he seems a lot more interested in you, when he seemed pretty casual when you first walked in. And he goes, so, He seems a little surprised and taken aback when you say that.
Got a problem with that?
No, just haven't heard that tribe name in a long time. How are they doing? He seems to say now with earnest.
Yeah,
like he
not
actually
well
cares.
with Pagoda and his clan of raiders and thieves and assassins.
So, this information is quite valuable to me. I'm willing to give you, well, I'll give you 100 gold right now for what you've told me already, each of you. And he pulls out some money and hands it over to you. He basically gives you 10 platinum pieces, which a lot of people don't carry platinum, but that's worth 10. That's worth 100 gold, 10 platinum. And he says, and if you travel to this Hillsfar and investigate what's going on there and report back to me, I can give you a lot more. In fact, I will give you 500 gold to travel there, and another 500 gold after you report back to me with what you find. Plus, if it's extremely, if you can deal with that situation, I can pay even more. However that is resolved, but I definitely want this Pagoda taken care of. And also, you may not have known this when you talked to the criminal, but that city, Hillsfar, is under control of, well, let's just say it, an evil man. And I think the Emperor never should have let him live, let alone run that town. But, everybody makes mistakes, right? So, if anything was to happen to that guy and a new person was put in charge, we would not. That would be worth a heck of a lot, but that may be outside of the bounds of this investigation mission. But just letting you know, I would definitely pay well for something like that to happen. And otherwise, they've also, I've heard reports from there that they've also basically taken a few of the rules of the Empire and thrown them out the window, basically. They're now doing using the slave trade for their arenas again. And I've heard some reports of them basically doing some rather other types of atrocities there to the local people and the outlying areas. So, yeah, if you can find out what's going on there specifically and maybe put a stop to some of those things, that would definitely be worth a lot.
Sounds very much like Pagoda's MO.
Yeah.
Through domination.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know if that, I mean, I could totally see that leader doing that as well. So maybe they're in cahoots or who knows, but definitely can't stand for that lawlessness. So
that being said, just to be fair, that Garak guy, he's not in for it. So that's a good thing to hear. That Pagoda's not getting any.
That is, I mean, I would be surprised if he went for that in the first place. That's way beyond his pay grade anyway. But good to know that he's pretty much sticking to the unwritten rules that we have here in this city. So I'll just continue to keep an eye on him. So, Eiley, would you be interested in this mission as well? And Eiley goes, yeah, I'd love to get out of the town. Sorry, I've enjoyed working for you, but it kind of just pays the bills. But this, if you give me 500 too, I'll definitely take off and go with this guy. He says, yeah, the offer's open to you as well. He goes, all right, I'm in. And then he looks over at you again. He goes, is that acceptable? Do you have anyone else you need to bring?
Well, probably bring Polyon if he's into this, but depends when he's free again. For now, I don't know that we need more than 2. We don't want to have too big of a group go in.
Okay.
It makes everything a little more noticeable.
Yeah.
Not that...
Who's this Polyon?
Tall, red-haired, dragonborn aren't noticeable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not necessarily a spying mission. It's more just go and find out what's going on. So. And help anybody there who needs help. I mean, obviously. But yeah, do you? If you have another person, definitely let me know, and I will make the same offer to them. So aside, Brian, you can basically say that you introduced Jesse's character to this guy, so that Jesse can get the same deal and then go with you when. Or catch up with you when he has a chance.
Well, yeah.
Because he wants you to go right away, so it might be.
Anything else that Paul?
Yeah. What's that?
So I don't know him by anything else except for Paul.
I thought he told you his last name and his. He didn't tell you.
No, we basically just he doesn't the way that I see him playing Paulian.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want his family name.
Okay.
Part of it, right?
Right.
He seems to do his best to leave it out.
Okay,
and
so we'll assume he hasn't told you then, but you know where to meet him because he gave you a location or something.
Exactly.
Or you have someone you can leave a message with, so you can leave a message to go and talk to this guy, who should be pretty easy to find in this bar. But yeah, you can leave him a message to follow you afterwards. And it is quite a long journey, so he might catch up with you, depending on how he's able to travel. And how long it takes us to actually roleplay getting there. Or he might even get there sooner if he has another form of transportation.
Meets
But
me there.
it is quite a
Oh, I already
ways.
took. Went back to the bar, settled up with Patch. You missed it all. What?
Yeah, you went there, came back, and damn, it's all done. Yeah, I don't think we'll get that far, but yeah, we'll see. We're gonna. So for anyone who's watching, we're gonna end here at midnight. So we still got another 45 minutes to pursue this, and then we'll be doing it again next week. So yeah. All right. So let's move this along and say you take the deal from Patch, and was there anything else you wanted to do in the bar before you leave, other than finish your meal?
Want to have my dinner?
Which hasn't arrived yet.
Or 2, or 3.
Yeah, you can. He assumes you're going to leave in the morning, so.
Exactly. Is there rooms in here?
There is an inn next door, not associated with the bar, but yeah. That's where Eileen's staying, actually, anyway.
So I'll see if there's a room there. If there's a room there, I'll...
Yep, there is. We won't role play through that, but okay, you have your meal, you have a few drinks, get to know Eileen a little more. He's just so you know, his kind of combat abilities. He's more of a healer, which could probably be good for you. He does have some combat abilities, but he mostly relies on healing and avoiding damage. So yeah, he's good in the wilderness. He's good with animals. In fact, he's a lot better with animals than people. He tells you, and yeah, yep. So that kind of stuff. And yeah, so then you guys go and stay your night in the inn, and the next day you get so you have 500 gold now, so you could actually go buy anything you need before you go, and then head out of town.
Okay.
So if you want to get something, I think what we said we're going to do is we're going to use D&D Beyond for the stuff, and then I'll just re-import the character as needed. So probably since we're close to the end of this, we'll do the import after the game or after the show. But yeah, if you want to buy anything in D&D Beyond, you got 500 extra gold now.
Love extra gold.
Oh yeah, and you had another. He gave you 100 just for the information, so you actually have 600 more. And then you spent what, 40, 45? No, 35 with the guy, so you would have 15 left over.
35.
So you should have 615.
Okay.
And I'm just checking through Eileen's stuff to see if he needs anything.
Oh wow, what do we got here? How far of a trip is it to Hillsfar?
It's quite a few days. Like maybe if you're just walking, it's going to be probably weeks. If you get a horse, it'll probably go a lot faster. There is a like airships, but there isn't. And as far as you find out, there isn't an airship location near Hillsfar. They aren't that advanced of a city. Okay, I think I see where I can add to your money. Does it let you give yourself money?
Hold on. Where was it under equipment? No.
Under inventory and then currency.
Let's see. Total on currency. Okay, so we just got 10 platinum. Yep, it allows me to add it. So
oh yeah, so you would have 60
and platinum, 650 gold, right?
So you should have 61 platinum,
Oh, 50.
right? And then you should have 15 gold left, yeah.
51.
Oops. Oh yeah, that worked. No, wait. No. I screwed that up. 6. I added it twice for Eiley. Oh, I can remove. So you're able to do that yourself? That's good.
So 60 platinum and 15 gold.
Okay, so actually, yeah, let's see how much a horse is.
Looking for that. Actually, horses money. Oh, load.
So a riding horse is 75 gold. And where does it say how fast it moves? I think a riding horse is the fastest. They don't show war horse. I thought that was a option as well.
Actually, I was playing something the other day, and I think it was 350 for a war horse, heavy war horse. Can't. Oh, yeah, horse isn't showing up on my side. Under
What
items.
I did was I went under manage inventory and then add items, and then I typed in the filter horse.
Yeah, so I'm in choose equipment.
Yeah, under equipment, so there's
And
add items as well. Oh,
I typed in horse in the search. Oh, here we go. Right.
The manage inventory button, and then add items.
I've added a horse.
Oh, it didn't show up in the equipment.
Under I just put other gear. Showed up.
Other gear. Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. So you can move the horse to your backpack. I don't think we're going to do that.
Fuck it.
Just throw that horse in your backpack. Okay, so yeah, if you want to pick some other stuff, actually to move this along, unless there's something that's going to affect combat, I'll just say that after the stream you can purchase anything that you would have bought before you left.
Sure.
And so just basically check if there's any weapon or armor that you want to get right now. And the horse, and we'll assume that the horse comes with the saddle and stuff. I don't want to deal with every single item.
Worry about the other bits. Yeah, cool. That's cool. The only thing. Seems to me that scale mail. Oh, half plate was the only better option.
Is half plate medium armor?
I think it is.
And
I believe it's 350. Half plate. Yeah, medium armor.
Okay, I wonder what's heavy armor then. Is it just plate mail? Like full plate is the only thing that's heavy?
Oh, no, they kept up.
Yeah, scale mail is 14. Plate. Okay, plate is heavy armor. Ring mail is heavy armor. Not sure why. It's only 14. Oh, I guess it's cheaper, that's why. But yeah, half plate is 15 and it's only 15? Doesn't seem like that should be medium, but whatever, that's the rules, I guess.
And
So the only things that are heavy are ring mail and plate mail. So pretty much having medium armor means you can pretty much wear anything. What about breastplate? Is that better? Oh, where'd it go? Sometimes things just disappear in this thing.
Right, it's medium armor, 14 as well. Yeah, so it has to be a half plate.
And
but half plate 750, so out of my price.
Just a bit out.
Not worried about it for 1 point.
For 1 extra point, yeah. And it has oh, it doesn't even have any disadvantages. Wow. Why does it keep resetting this thing? Oh, I hope I didn't lose those changes. Maybe because we're both doing stuff at the same time, it's kind of lagging out. Right. Okay, well, yeah, if there's no better armor and you've got the weapons you use already, the only other thing I could think of would be potions. So if you want to get any potions, you can get any. Healing potions are basically easily available in a large city like this, so you can get as many of those. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to start character over. Yeah. So yeah, just healing potions, and if there's any other potions you want to get, just let me know and I'll say whether they're available or not.
I think
You're done?
Done. I don't know what I need yet. We'll find out once we get into battle. Oops,
yeah.
Should have had that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what he has too.
43. So
yeah, for his spells, just so you know, he has 3 different healing spells and then 3 movement related spells. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So he has he tells you this while you're on your journey, I guess. So he has Cure Wounds, Good Berry, yep. Healing Word, Jump, and Long Strider. And then he has a self spell for Misty Step that is one of his natural abilities.
Okay.
So yeah, he is pretty much a heal bot right now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Okay, so let's say you guys get together the next morning and head out. Oh, I'm gonna do...
Did he grab a horse?
Yeah, he grabbed a horse too.
Yeah.
Just gonna show one thing here. So I don't know if you can see on the stream, this is pretty messy, but this is the kind of the map here.
Is it on Twitch?
And Tilric is right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor there.
Hold on a sec. Are we looking on Twitch? Are we looking on?
This is on Twitch.
So one problem,
Probably takes a little while to update because it's probably a bit of a delay. And yeah, so in the middle here, where's my cursor? There it is. Can you see my cursor circling around Tilric?
So I've not got out of. Fortunately, I've got, buffering death. Connection stuck in. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. So my cursor is circling around Tilric here. And this city kind of takes up these are 6-mile hexes. And this city takes up about the width of 3 hexes. So it's actually an 18 miles of city. It's quite a large city, largest in this area. Just outside of that city is Grimban Palace, where the Emperor has his palace. And then this is the lake that is right next to Tilric. And there's a road going out here across this river. And then down past the other end of the lake. And down here, and there's a place called Chasm Keep. There's actually two keeps, one at the top, and then there's another keep down at the bottom of the chasm. The chasm's about 18 or so miles long, and it's sort of a fairly steep slope off of the plateau. And there's a keep at each side, run by the Knights of Dreithelm. And that's another kingdom of the Empire, and so they make sure that these 2 choke points are kind of guarded very well. And the upper one is on kind of a mountain edge, and so then the chasm is below that. So in order to get up through this chasm, it comes to a point there where that keep is, and then you have to go kind of single file through the keep so they can make sure that no invading army can kind of come through here. And so to get from where you need to go, it's basically off of the edge of this plateau, and it's up here to the north where the city is. So you have to travel. If you're going on land, you have to travel along this road through Chasm Keep, down through the chasm, and to the other keep, and then out and then around the plateau to go north to where it is. So it is a fairly extensive journey, but on the road on horseback you can go probably about 36 to 48 miles per day. Is fairly easy going. The road is well maintained and patrolled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 36. 7, 8. So that's another 12 is 48. So if you pushed on in the first day, you could get to this first town. What do I call it? Firthburg. I think I was going to rename that, so it's kind of erased there. But yeah, you can get through to this first town, and then in the next day get to the chasm, and then make your way down off the plateau. So if you guys are ready and you've done your shopping, you can basically just get on your horses and ride out of town. Oh, one more thing before you left, Patch, is he gave you a magic notebook. He gave it to you, not the other guy. And he said that anything you write in this notebook, up to 1 page, will be sent automatically to a corresponding notebook that he has. And it can be used once per day.
Yeah.
You still there?
Mm-hmm.
You're cutting out there.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry.
Yeah, so he gave you this notebook, and you can write a note to him basically every day, a page worth of notes. So it's about the size of a I don't know, like this. Oh, this size. So whatever you think you can fit in a page of that size. You could write really small, I suppose, if you need to say a lot of stuff. And so yeah, you can keep in touch with him with that. And he can also write notes back to you. So once per day, he can also write back. But you have the initiating one, so you send something, then he can respond back to that one note.
Right on.
Okay, so the first day you get your stuff together and get the horse, and you guys travel fairly quickly along this road. There's lots of people traveling this road, but they have it. It's actually a 2-lane road, which is pretty uncommon anywhere else, and so it is. You have your own lane, and you can go fairly quickly along it. You have to occasionally switch to the other lane to pass by like wagons and stuff like that, which there are quite a few of transporting goods. But a lot of people transport their goods by ship through here because it's a little faster. And so as you travel along this road, you get to this first town by the river, and you kind of just go around it because you're just in a hurry. And then you get through this stretch, and it's pretty open plains here. There's lots of you see in the distance lots of farms and stuff in this area. You had come up this way when you came to Tilric, because you had to travel through the Chasm Keep. And then so you get to this last town kind of late into the evening, and your horses are tired, and you guys just basically find an inn really quick and pass out, get a good night's sleep. Your horses get a good night's sleep and some food, and then you continue on, and after about 2, 3, 18, so at about midday, you get to you leave early, and you get there by midday. You get to Chasm Keep, and this is a massive metal and stone keep. It's kind of built partly out of a mountain that occurred at the top of the chasm, and there's tunnels that go through the mountain that the keep is around on both sides, sort of like a pinnacle, and then there's like a keep on either side, or like a, what do you call it, like a wall and towers and a gate on each side of the mountain. And then the bottom side of the mountain is actually in the chasm, and there's a rough kind of road through the chasm. One thing you found when you came up here the first time, the chasm was not exactly the safest place. There are little like tunnels and stuff in the walls, but the guards at both sides of the both keeps basically said just stay on the path and you should be good. But there are lots of monsters and bandits and stuff that live in the areas down there that they just don't have time to root out. They're too busy making sure that the nobody gets through that's not supposed to. And so when you travel down here, there could be encounters, but for the sake of expedience, we're running out of time here. I'll just say that nothing happens untoward there. You see some people, but they think twice about dealing with you because you're a little bit impressive with your size and demeanor. And they don't see a lot of Dragonborn around here, so they decide not to attack. And then you get across.
Not the jovial.
What's that?
Not the jovial type.
Yeah. Maybe they would have attacked Eiley if he had been on his own, but not with you. Yeah. And he seems pretty happy about that. He's never been here, so he's like kind of wide-eyed at all this stuff. He sees the keep and he sees the chasm. It's like, this place is crazy. I've never been outside of that Tilric. I know. I only went over to the Forest of Freewood. That's where I found that portal to this world. But man, this place is huge.
It's huge for sure. Very impressive.
Yeah, and then so you go down through the chasm, and it leads downward at a downward slope for about the 18 miles. And then just gonna pull up another map here. Okay, so on this map, so at the bottom one, the chasm is much wider at the bottom, so it widens out, and there's a wall at kind of where it sort of ends. There's been a wall that's been put up, about a 50-foot wall, with towers and crenellations and stuff, and then just past that wall, once you get through the guard station. There's the city of Chasm Guard itself. So there's basically the wall and the keep, and then past that there's a whole city there. And this is a very orderly city. It's run by the Knights of Drighthelm, and they take their duties very seriously. They're very lawful good types. So you guys don't find much interesting there for yourselves, being outdoorsy people. And so you move on from there up north. And so for this day, you got to there and then through the chasm, and you guys are kind of eager to get out in the wild. So you guys decide to not stay at an inn there, and you have your traveling gear. So you have tents and sleeping bags and stuff. So you guys head out. You go a little farther north, away from the city, and you're basically on an open plains now with grasslands and maybe a few little hills. And you find a nice clearing to settle down, and you camp the night there. And then it's going to be 1, 2, right there. Probably about 2 more days travel to get to the Hillsfar. And so you guys camp out there. You guys can each do a watch. He's an elf, so he only needs 4 hours of sleep. He does and it's a trance. He doesn't actually sleep. Which I don't know if you've encountered many elves before, but that's just something they all have. And so basically you do a watch for like 6 hours, and he does. Actually, I guess you could do 4 hours, and then you need. Yeah, so he does. So you just need to do a 4-hour watch, and then you can sleep for like 6 or 8 hours. You don't need spells or anything. So yeah, so you guys do a watch, and then get up early and head out again. And yeah, nothing happens on that first night. You're pretty much in still within the realm of Drighthelm, which is a fairly well patrolled area. And you're traveling this way. So as you're traveling, you kind of have the looming presence of the plateau to your left, and you see as you're going along it. You saw this before when you came down from the north. The sheer walls go straight up of the plateau, as if it had just lifted itself straight out of the ground. And you also don't see much signs of erosion on the walls. It doesn't like taper down or anything. It's just basically a straight angle from the ground to the wall of the chasm or the plateau. And so for part of the day, you're in darkness because the plateau kind of looms over for a while. But then when the sun gets to about noon, then you have light. So it's pretty cool traveling, and this is a temperate zone, so it's not that bad for temperature. And so the first day after you get up, you travel for another day. You get past, you see a keep in the distance to your right, but it isn't anything you need to go to. So you saw it on your way down and avoided it last time. You don't know what that's about. That's not part of your mission. So you get up to about here, and then you take another night there. You're kind of coming around the edge of the plateau now, so it's you get a little more light during the day. And so this takes so you take another watch this evening, and then nothing else happens that night. The next day you start going again, and you travel for that whole day. And at the end of that day, you come to see a small-sized city with it's a walled city with a bunch of outlying farms. So as you approach the city near the end of the day, there are some buildings outside of the city, and so there's like farms outside the city, and then there's also kind of ramshackle buildings that have been set up that you didn't see. I guess you might have seen the city on your way south previously, but you avoided it last time, so you wouldn't know that this is unusual. But yeah, you see all these shacks and tents and stuff been set up outside the city. Seems a little odd. Okay, so you're getting there near the evening. You guys could wait and camp in the wilderness still, or you could approach and see if there's a place to stay there. What do you think you want to do? Oh,
I'm actually probably more comfortable. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably more comfortable sleeping outside. I think probably the druid or Eli is as well.
Yeah, Eiley says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's wait, and then we'll tackle this in the morning, hey? All right, so you guys spend one more night away from the city, and then nothing happens out there. And then the next day you start fresh, your horses are fresh, and you can leisurely approach the city. And since we only have 10 minutes, basically we'll just have a conversation with some of the people outside, and you can find out what's going on, and then we'll do the next part next time.
Okay.
All right, so you approach, let's say you approach one of the farms. I'm going to close this for a sec.
Right.
Go back to Fantasy Grounds. Oh, and I have an image here from Fantasy Grounds.
You have an image for Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah, I have a where is it? Yeah, I guess I don't really need a battle map for this because we're not going to have a time to have a combat. But yeah, let me pull up the adventure story part. So basically, I'll just read some box text here for what's going on there. So you've been hearing rumors from the people outside of the city that let's say maybe you talk to someone on your way there. All non-human citizens within the walls of Hillsfar have been evicted. The only non-humans left in the city are slaves who fight at the arena. Fights to the death, it is said. And obviously, anyone not obviously human is turned away at the gate, which is the only way into and out of the walled city. That's information that would have been handy before the guy picked you two to go in there. But
Right?
But that is the situation. So this mission may be a little harder than you thought. And on your way there, before you camped for last night, you found a poor, suffering human on the road. Dirty, emaciated, and obviously mad. He was ranting what seemed like the gibberish of a shattered mind. But unfortunately, the man died at your feet. Something about his words struck a chord. They seemed more of a prophecy than his prattle. And after some investigation, you learned that his words correspond to 5 locations in the Hillsfar area. And this is what it says. I'll show this handout on the on Fantasy Grounds. Oh wait, that's not the one. Handout 2. So I'll just read it off and then I'll show it to you later. And the first one thing he said was, I'll do his voice if the let's say it's an old man. There is a message from this land's new master, but it is hidden 5-fold. The first is at the place where the dandelions rise above and cover the people. The virile and virulent can be one and the same. The hell-tinged one is lost, and several are found. The second runs red with the blood of roots, where an heiress lies and hides her pain in the long wooden boxes. She hides more than that, though, but only to keep what is hers. The third is at the spring of blessed life, where the haunters protect and the protectors haunt. The water runs on, of course, but it must be freed for all. The fourth holds the great thundering beasts, but the beasts are gone, to give way to a great thundering beast with death in his eyes. They await at the place of ancient elven evil. The fifth lies where the ancients lie beneath night's marble, forgotten but not gone. The lost wealth of a forgotten time pays terrible dividends now. And then he dies. And
I hope there wasn't any.
Yeah, this is old D&D modules. It's really cheesy,
Right?
but
I love it.
yeah, it's like old school. So anyway, he says these things. You guys, I'll just say Eli has a really good memory. Although his intelligence is only 12, better than yours. And he writes it all down or something as the guy's talking because he realized its importance. And let me see how I can share this with you. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because I can share it for next time. We're coming up to to the end here.
I would like to be able.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just do a little wrap up there. So that's you've arrived at the city. You're ready to check out the areas around it, and this prophecy guy has given you some information about the areas around the city.
Okay.
Maybe you can figure out what it is once you start talking to the people.
Yep.
And then for next time, I guess you can give yourself whatever treasury or whatever equipment you needed to buy, and then I'll re-import the characters again into Fantasy Grounds. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah. Any other questions you have?
Any other questions I have? Not yet. I think for next time, and I'm just setting it up right now. I'm going to try to do Twitch on another device.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah, I do it on my phone actually, and it's really handy to have there because then you can see whatever you need to see there.
Yeah.
It does have an annoying delay though, sometimes up to 10 seconds I've seen,
Yeah.
so that's okay. We can deal with that as we need to. But yeah, or if you have a tablet, you can see it a little better on that. So.
Well, I've got a tablet. That's
I've
got an iPad, so I'll drop it.
What I might try, if we get started earlier next time, is we might try getting a another screen that you can see, because I can share the same screen that I'm using for this page when it's not being used. I can share that screen with you through Discord. I think I can share screens. Actually, since we got a few minutes here, let's just try and do that. See what it does.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I gotta go to this page.
Sure.
And then, where is that? Bring that over here. And then share your screen. Oh, what's it asking? This thing is always on top.
Pop-ups just there are too many things going at once on my laptop. Just seems to bog everything. Mute.
Okay. I'm screen sharing now. Does that show anything? Oh, there it is on there. If you click on that other screen, do you see? I've shared it under my name, so it looks like it's another viewer or another in Discord. You should be able to click on that screen and see stuff there.
Yeah, okay, Discord, Vampire, yeah, okay, I can see it in Discord.
And then I can bring up things like this, and you can see it on that screen, right? Oh no, what's going on? Why doesn't it show there? It's not changing. Do you see? Are you watching that screen? Do you see the map, or do you just see?
I just see the fantasy realm.
You see D&D Beyond?
Fantasy, not D&D. Fantasy.
Or Fantasy Ground, I mean. I close that window and it doesn't show anything. Options.
Oh. Okay, and Twitch I now.
Yeah, Twitch is going to be showing all the screens, but looks like the Fantasy Grounds one is not, or sorry, the Discord one is not updating. All right, well, we got some more technical things to kind of figure out, I guess.
Yeah, I think once we get all the technical.
Yeah.
But yeah, with one of the.
I'll try to get like, I tried to import maps into Fantasy Grounds, and it was really difficult. So, and you saw last time when we played using the images for combat and stuff was a big pain in the butt. So I'll try and work that out beforehand so it works properly, or at least get them in there so that, because if I can bring it up in Fantasy Grounds, you can see it there. So I should try to get everything that you need to see into Fantasy Grounds and shared properly. But yeah, okay. So
if we can use one screen.
What was that?
I said if we can use 3.
Yeah, we should just do everything. Everything should be shared in Fantasy Grounds that you need to see. So the maps and all that stuff should be in there. I haven't been able to get it to work properly.
Yeah, so I could see your map, but I could never see where.
Yeah. Yeah, once it's in Fantasy Grounds, you should be able to easily see it. So, okay, I'm gonna turn off this window there. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna just call the game there. And to anybody who's watching, thanks for watching. It was great. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm doing my variety gaming, and I'll be giving away a free game tomorrow. So check that out. If I only have 4 viewers, you got a pretty good chance of getting a free game. So I'm hoping to get, anytime I get a stream that has up to 10 viewers, I'm going to also have a free game giveaway. So if you can get more people to watch, that'd be great. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to do a raid after this to another D&D stream, so just hold on a sec here. And anything else you want to add there, Brian?
Good. See you next week.
All right. Thanks for playing. See you next week.
Okay.